First competition of the Lost Kingdom is Strategic Reserve. So, when you first get into the Lost Kingdom, you will have this event ongoing. It starts at the same time as the Lost Kingdom opens. It's a really simple event. To collect the rewards, you have to collect resources on the map. But the rankings, top right there, where you can win 20 epic heads, is, yes, you can get resources from the map, but you can also get resources from the resource point. So, your leadership should immediately, on entering the Lost Kingdom, drop one of these, which is the Alliance Motherlode. It will then continuously have one of these until 10 or 15 minutes before the event finishes, where they will then cancel the Motherlode and everybody will hand in their gold, and you should have a real easy victory for this first event. If you don't put down Motherlodes though, it's of course impossible. Let's have a little look at the results. Here we are, we were top and we won by a healthy 5 million points. So, it might not seem to matter. You might say, well, it's only epic heads, it doesn't matter. But remember, 07 are a much larger, stronger kingdom than us, and it puts a little chink in their armour and shows that they have some weakness, that we can beat them on the gathering front, when really they should easily be able to beat us. But anyhow, that's just the first event you need to watch out for. But as soon as you get into the Lost Kingdom, if you gather gold, you will win this event. The more people in your alliance that gather gold, the easier and the bigger the margin you will win by. If people choose not to gather gold, you just have to accept sometimes in Lost Kingdom that about 20% of your alliance do about 80% of the work. This is going to be the same in a lot of parts of your life. But you just need to accept it and don't get too upset about it. But for the much stronger kingdom, they might have a lot of migrants there who are just looking to pick up an easy victory for KVK1. And by losing things like this gathering event, you can create annoyance in their kingdom that there's those that are trying and there's those that are just collecting the reward. Where I'm sure perhaps they said, collect gold and we'll win this, and everybody just chose to carry on doing what they wanted to do, where we were told to gather gold and we all gathered gold. Thus, we won. So, it doesn't really matter in the big picture of things, but remember, the first blow to your enemy is in their mind. And there is our first mini blow. In the same way that we beat 08 from third out of second place in the pre-KVK section, it's just a little chink in their armour that they weren't strong enough, or they didn't do enough Marauders camps to hold on to their victory, and we did more. And then the people in 08 who had done loads of Marauders camps will look at those that did very little and think, why should I bother trying? And if you can sow this into their kingdom, you can perhaps have a bit of a surprise victory. But sadly, that might not be the case for us because we are heavily outnumbered. The numbers aren't good, I have to admit, when I look at them myself. But it'd be really nice that if we come together and fight together, it doesn't really matter that we lose as long as we did it together and people were pulling their weight. Talking of pulling their weight, you will also see alliance mobilization. I had never really got involved in this, but I wanted to help, and I did kill 200 barbarians in 1 hour, which, let me assure you, is harder than it sounds. But I managed to do it with about 8 minutes left on the clock, but I'm really struggling to find things that I can do on this map. Oh, help alliance. Oh well, someone's already grabbed that. I could probably do 10 forts, but really we don't want to be doing forts at the moment because it's no honour in it. In the same way, we should really delete this Motherlode now. It doesn't have any honour in it. So having an alliance pit after day 3 of KVK is actually possibly hurting your alliance, although at the same time helping people gather overnight is good as well. How am I doing on honour? My honour is currently on 17,000, which for my alliance is 7th, and for 4 kingdoms is 45. The reason I'm a little ahead at the moment on honour is firstly I'm just using AP when I'm online. I don't really care. I'm not saving AP. And that I am obviously going to be going away on a 2-week holiday soon. So I am going to be taking a break from YouTube. But I will hopefully be able to carry this account on and still get in on the fights. And perhaps if the internet's really good, but unfortunately it's on a cruise ship, perhaps I will be able to upload whilst I'm away. But likely I won't be. So I'm trying to get a little ahead on the points so that I can stay in my alliance. We have now taken the next test, which was the Crusader fortress we have captured, which is not an easy capture, but another test of your alliance. We did the dual rally technique, where I noticed some of the larger alliances in this KVK soloed it, which I think's not. I would usually like to see this double rallied, but that's up to them, and they were strong enough to do it. So all of us have captured it, and all of us will get the extra 30% damage. It's always really sad in a KVK if the Crusader fortress isn't captured. But another chink in the armour of 07 over 08 is we captured as first, which is nice. It was in fact, we captured it on the first attempt. Just really important to show up for your Crusader fortress when they ask. It's not easy. It can't be done by the whales on their own. They need everybody there to help fight the adds that appear during the fight. And when the adds are there, the Crusader fortress takes very little damage. I think it's like 10% of what it would normally take, or even 1%. And you have to kill them really quick because there's also a timer in which you need to do this. So not an easy event. What else are we up to? We are done honour, Crusader achievements. I've done the 1,000 barbarians. I'm now heading towards the 1,800. The alliance is lagging behind because I've pushed forward on honour, but that's good. So whilst I'm away, I'll be able to spend the time with my family and not worry about being kicked out of the top alliance. How are we doing on equipment? We've had a few move forwards. I now have the March Speed item, which is currently on Baybars, who I'm going to get up to level 60, hopefully within the week, or hopefully before I need 2 marches for fighting. Of course, Sun Tzu will wear that trinket for the March Speed when he goes into the ruins, but he's all ready to fight. We've been pushing forward on the tech. I'm really happy that we're starting to get into the 3%ers. So where are we? We have done combined arms up to 8. The next one's going to be 4%. We're just finishing off the infantry individual ones. I'm stuck at 9 until I get the academy higher. And I've done the first of my herbal medicines towards 10. The next one's a real bullbuster with 54 days. But I will push on to that soon after I've finished the defense here, which is another 3%. And I'm pretty happy with how my tech is looking for that open field fighting. The first stage of Plus Glory is good fun. It's just donating resources to get these valuable chests, which tend to be research buffs, research speed ups, extra AP, or resources, and sometimes gems. Let's get that straight there. So, still 26 days. I don't have any research speed ups, no universal, and I don't even have any building. I do have a few training speed ups, but of course I need to pick up a 15% rune before I use those. Well, that's all for today's video. Watch out for my community note when I go on holiday. Thanks everybody for watching and following this journey into KVK1.